So as we jump into the film study today talking about Tershawn Wharton, one thing I want to point out right away is the versatility. Now, yes, he's playing with Chris Jones. And when I say that, you're probably like, okay, that might be why he got some good numbers. That's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is like this. You're never going to see Chris Jones willingly line up playing the 2 wide. Now, he might, if you've got a 0, right, you got somebody lining up over the center, then maybe Chris Jones plays here. Where you're going to see Chris Jones play majority of the time is your 3 tech playing outside guard of the shoulder, which means if he's playing that and there's no nose tackle right there, most likely you're going to have Mr. Tershawn Wharton playing 2 wide. You're going to have Tershawn Wharton. He's actually playing the 3 tech along with Chris Jones. But take a look at what the Chiefs do right here. So, before I talked about, okay, very rarely will you see them both kind of play the 3 tech, right? Play both, outside shoulder of the guard. But look right here, all right? It's 3rd down right here. They're going to send Leo in right here. So Leo's going to come in. That's going to take the center's attention. So now Tershawn and Chris Jones both get the one-on-one. And what I think the Chiefs do right here, if I'm not mistaken, let's let it go real quick. You're going to see ball snapped right here. Now you see Chris Jones, he beats his guy. But what I want you guys to watch is watch Wharton right here. He has full control over the guard. I mean, really watch this real quick, all right? He's got full control over the guard. So what I'm guessing the Chiefs are trying to do, all right, is basically you send one edge out here deep. All right, you got one coming across, and then you got really your linebacker and Chris Jones shooting up the middle. Now, if he escapes that, right, bang, all right, if he escapes all that, you got Wharton right here playing the spine. Take a look what happens right here. The second Burrow decides to run, here goes Wharton peeling up, right? Take a look at this one more time. This time in real time, you're going to see Wharton has full control over the guard right there, right? The second Burrow takes off, Wharton, bang. Now, if you're watching this from a certain angle, you're like, okay, Wharton gets beat at the line of scrimmage. No, Wharton is controlling his guy, right? You got Leo and you got Chris Jones, both blitzing up the middle, 2 guys on the outside, right, coming in. Wharton, man, don't sleep on him. Watch the film, all right? Let's keep it going. Next way to look at, all right, right here against the Falcons, take a look at Wharton once again, playing the 2 wide, lining up inside, doing the dirty work, all right? And what I mean by that is, let's say hypothetically, it's just a fake jet sweep, bang, play action, RPO, whatever you want to call it, right? So let's say, bang, he goes in motion. All right, let's say they snap it. It might have been a fly then. Look at the matchup Chris Jones is going to get compared to Wharton. If this is a passing play, I can promise you, Wharton's getting double teamed off the rip right here. Chris Jones, once again, lining up as a 3 tech. He's going to do what benefits him the most. So he's going to play outside guard right here. Well, the tackle can't really chip him, right? Because then, bang, he's going to come in free. So you guys kind of see where I'm going with this is, once again, Wharton is doing the dirty work. He had those numbers even playing inside when he's probably more of a 3 tech. He's lining up, playing in the 2 wide position, doing the dirty man's work, making plays like this, man. Let's keep it going. Next play we're going to look at is against the Saints right here. Now you got Tershawn Wharton lining up as a 3 tech. Chris Jones is out. That's why now Wharton can kind of play that 3 tech. Now, with that being said, is Wharton the best run stopper? No, but he's also not the worst. I think sometimes it gets blown a little bit out of proportion because, like I just got done saying, he is naturally a 3 tech, right? But when you have Chris Jones, somebody else has to play inside, right? Is Wharton Chris Jones? No. Is he pretty dang good? He is, right? So let's run that back real quick. If you can take a pretty good player, right, and play him as a 2 wide sometimes and play him as a 3 tech, you're going to do that. And right here, he's playing as a 3 tech. I'm like, that rips right through. And right here against the Raiders, this time Chris Jones gets double teamed, so you give Wharton that one-on-one right here. Looks like they're going to slide left right there. Wharton gets one-on-one. I mean, bang. Now, if you're a little like kind of playing devil's advocate, you're like, okay, Wharton gets the one-on-one because Chris Jones gets double teamed. Can we really expect that next year, or I guess this upcoming year? The answer is yes. You got to remember who the Panthers got. They got Bobby Brown. They already have Derek Brown. So you got Bobby Brown in the middle. You got Derek Brown on the other side. And you got Tershawn Wharton over here. I mean, whoo, man. And you got to think about it like this. Do you know how many times Panthers defenders last year, as far as on the line, had a one-on-one and did absolutely nothing. Now we're going to get guys who, with that one-on-one, can make an immediate impact. Let's keep it going. And then right here against the Panthers, look who's playing the nose. And what did I say at the beginning of this video? Versatility. All right, versatility, right? They're going to shoot the DB off the edge right here. All right, so all Wharton has to do is basically clog that hole, and if Hubbard comes this way, bang, take him down. Versatility. You see him play the 0. You see him play 2Y. You see him play the 3-tech. All right, right here against the Panthers, once again, he's playing inside. What is that, against Lewis right there? I mean, Lewis is one of the best, left guards in the league. Right? So you say Wharton, he can't play the run. 2Y right there. I mean, it looks pretty good to me. It looks pretty good to me. All right, right here against the Chargers, what are we looking at? 2Y once again, getting double teamed. And this is what I think right here is going to make him special. Right? I think this is more of that kind of that spy look once again, where Chiefs send, one over, bang, right? One underneath. And if Herbert scrambles, bang, Wharton's peeling off. That's going to be, I think, kind of his forte, his bread and butter right there. Then we got a couple more plays left. This time Wharton's playing straight up over the guard. He's playing that 2. All right, Chiefs run a stunt right there. It looks like, or maybe that's kind of how the dominoes fell. Let's run that back real quick. Let's take a look at this. So it looks like potentially a stunt right here, except he's going to hold Wharton right there, so the stunt doesn't really work. All right, if I'm not mistaken, Wharton throws his guy off right there. And then, oh, man. And then right here against the Browns, this might be our last play. Ooh, where are you going? Come on, man. All right, right here is actually our last play against the Steelers. Wharton taking down Russell Wilson. All right, and where's Wharton? Is that him right here playing the nose? What did I say at the beginning of this video right here? Versatility. What else did I say? Kind of playing that spy, right? 3rd and 5. Chiefs in a 2-high look potentially. Could be a cover 4. We don't know for sure based off the angle. But watch Wharton right here. Right? He's not engaging until he sees Russell Wilson start to scramble. I mean, damn, man. Look, this is a big boy right here. Take a look right here. He's going to peel off. He's that size and he moves that quick. That's actually scary, to be honest with you. A human being that big, moving that fast, not just vertical, but side to side too. So that being said, that's going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. More content coming soon. Panthers Vice is out. Peace.